So today we are doing revision of module 3. So these are the topics. Questions only. These are questions and answers. These are question and answers in module 3. So these are the topics which we will be covering: compensation, job evaluation, knowledge based pay system, wage and salary administration, and incentive system. Incentive, you will have individual incentive, group incentive, like that. Different types of incentives are there. So these are all the topics which we will be covering today. So first question is, state the purpose of compensation. So first we will define what is compensation. So compensation is nothing but all the forms of pay or rewards which is given to employees as part of their employment. So when you hire somebody, you will make an employment contract with that person. So as part of the employment contract, you will decide what will be his pay. So that is known as compensation. And pay or rewards, benefits, what he will get as part of his employment, all that will be mentioned. So that is known as compensation. All that together is known as compensation. So the next we'll go to the question, the purpose. Why we need compensation, or what is the objectives of compensation? First main objective is to establish equity. Equity means to make sure for equal work you are paying equal pay. So you make sure of that. There is no inequalities in your company. For the same work, you are not paying somebody more and you are not paying somebody less. So there is no inequality. That is equity. So to maintain equity, you make sure that you have a very good compensation system in your organization, which is fair, equal pay for equal work. Second objective is to increase the efficiency of employees. So if you compensate them very well, they will be more productive, they will be more good performance in their work, so their efficiency will increase, their productivity will also increase. So to increase their efficiency, compensation is one good way of making them more productive at work. Third objective is macroeconomic stability. So you can stabilize the economy by making sure that those whom you employ in your company, you are compensating them well, you are paying them well. So if that way you will increase the employment rate in the economy, and you will also reduce the inflation rate in the economy. So you help to bring about economic stability by having a very good compensation system in your organization. So then we have the other objective is effective distribution of labor. Effective distribution of labor is nothing but people will move from those places where jobs are not available to those places where jobs are available. So that is distribution of labor. So with a good compensation system, you can attract employees from villages where jobs are not available. They will come to cities and they will work here because the jobs are good, the pay is good. So that is effective distribution of labor. So with the help of your compensation strategy, you can make sure that there is effective distribution of labor. Next objective is you can maintain income expenditure ratio. That means you can make sure that everybody is paid in a fair manner. Nobody is underpaid. Nobody is overpaid. So you make sure that everybody is getting the right amount of wages in your company. So nobody is getting more or nobody is getting less. So they can maintain a decent standard of living. They can manage their expenditure. their day-to-day expenditure. Next objective is you can avoid conflict. So if you have a very good compensation system which is fair, which is unbiased, you can make sure that workers will be satisfied and there will be harmony at the workplace. There will be no conflict at the workplace. And the last objective is legal compliance. You make sure that by having a compensation system, you make sure that the company is following the legal laws regarding labor. Regarding the labor, they are following all the legal laws. So this is the question which is answering purpose of compensation or objectives of compensation. Second question is what determines compensation strategy? What are the determinants of compensation strategy? First determinant is demand and supply of labor. What is the ratio between demand and supply of labor? So when demand of labor is high, then the salaries will be more. So suppose you have surplus labor, like in our country, labor availability is more, but jobs are less. So the salaries are less, the wages are less. In those areas where the labor is less and jobs are available, but people are not available to take the jobs, then the salaries will be more, wages will be more. So this demand and supply of labor, it will decide what will be the level of compensation you will have in your company. This differs from region to region, from country to country. Internationally also it will differ, the compensation levels. So the first determinant of compensation strategy is the ratio between the demand and supply of labor. Second one is ability to bargain. If workers have the ability to bargain, then their salaries will be higher. So suppose strong trade unions are there and workers are very united. So the trade union will collectively bargain with the management, fight with them and get higher salaries, higher wages for the employees. So where strong trade union is there, there the wages will be good, salaries will be good. Where the trade union is not very strong, where the employees are not very united, there the collective bargaining will be very weak. They will not be able to demand good salary from the management. There the salaries and wages will be very less. So third one, cost of living. Cost of living is different from area to area. So in undeveloped countries, the cost of living is, how is the cost of living in undeveloped countries? Is it high or is it low? It's low. So where the cost of living is low, there the wages will be less. The salaries will be less. Where the cost of living is very high in developed countries, there the wages will be very high. So in developed countries, you find more salaries, very high wages will be paid to workers per hour. They'll be paid very high. What is the type of market? So what type of market the worker is working in? If he is working in a very competitive market where the competition is very high, then the wages will be good in that market. If the market is not at all competitive, there the wages will be very poor. Where the competition is very, very less, there the wages will be very poor. So, comparative wages. In an industry, all the companies in that industry should be paying comparative wages. That means similar wages. All the industries, if you see in each industry, all the companies will be paying similar wages. That is comparative wages. So, if you pay comparative wages, then your employees will be satisfied and you can retain your employees. But if you are paying very less compared to other companies in the same industry, then your employees will not be satisfied. they will start leaving your organization. Next is ability to pay. Companies should have the financial power to pay. They should have the financial resources. So big companies, they have the financial resources, they can pay well. Small companies, they don't have the financial resources, so they cannot pay well. So ability to pay is also a determinant of your compensation strategy. Employment skills. What is the skills of your employees? If they are more skilled, they will get higher wages. If they are less skilled, they will get lesser wages. Then government regulations. What are the rules? If government has more rules, more regulations regarding labor, then your compensation system will be higher. Your wages and salaries will be higher. If the government is forcing you to make sure that you follow the labor laws and you pay good wages to all your employees, then you will be forced to follow that compensation strategy. And last is image of the organization. So when companies pay well, they will have a good image in the market. They will be considered as good paymasters. So some companies in the market like Google if you take, or Tata company if you take, they are considered as good paymasters because they pay well. Whereas Infosys, Wipro, all these companies, they are not considered as good paymasters. They don't pay well. Reliance and all, they don't pay well. So what kind of compensation you have, that will determine your image in the market. What kind of image you have in the market. So next is the question on list out the components of pay structure. So this is the pay structure of a company. What is CTC? What is CTC? Yes. What is cost to company? Good. What is cost to company? How much it costs the company to maintain the employees. That is known as CTC, cost to company. So CTC is nothing but how much the company is spending to maintain its employees within the organization. So that is the pay. This is the pay structure of employees. CTC will first you will get offer of your gross salary, that is your full salary, which will be basic pay plus HRA plus other allowances. What is HRA? Yes, house rent allowance. Good. So from that gross salary, you will get in hand your net salary. What is your net salary? Net salary will be minus your professional tax, minus your income tax, and minus your EPF. What is EPF? What is PF? What is PF? Provident Fund. So EPF is Employee Provident Fund. So after deducting, after minusing from your gross salary, you minus your IT, your income tax, you minus your professional tax, you minus your EPF, then you get in hand what is that known as net salary. So net salary plus the allowances. These are the allowances which is usually given by companies. HRA, CCA, LTA, medical allowance, travel allowance, mobile allowance, tiffin allowance, lunch allowance. Yeah. So, yeah, shift allowance. So many allowances are there. So all these allowances will be added up. And last one is perquisites. Perquisites is nothing but fringe benefits. Fringe benefits means additional benefits which is given to employees. He may get accommodation from company which may be furnished or which may be semi-furnished. He may get a car or a two-wheeler from the company. He may get a laptop from the company. He may get a mobile from the company. So all these are fringe benefits or perquisites. Another short form, it is called as perks. 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 Perks are all the additional benefits which is given by the company. So this is all the CTC, cost to company, what the company bears as cost to maintain the employees within the organization. So now we will see one by one what are the different components of a pay structure. So first one is basic pay. Basic pay is your fundamental component in your salary. It will be the largest part, major amount in your salary. That is your basic pay. So basic pay will be decided on the basis of your seniority, on the basis of your ranking. So on the basis of basic pay, they will decide what is your bonus, or what should be the allowance you should get, or what should be the premium you should get. So on the basis of basic salary, they decide many things. So second component is incentives. Incentives is given in addition to your regular salary. In addition to your regular salary, you will be given some incentives. Either as a group, team, you will be given some incentives, or as individual, you will be given some incentives. So these incentives are nothing but a way to motivate the employees to perform better in their jobs. Third component is bonus. Bonus is nothing but the company is sharing a part of their profits with employees. Usually in companies, 13th month salary is given as bonus to employees. In a year, how many months we have? 12 months. So 13th month will be considered as companies as bonus to the employee. So that entire month's salary will be given as bonus to the employees. Usually in North India, Diwali bonus, during Deepavali, they will give this bonus. The 13th month salary will be given entirely to the employees, which is considered as Deepavali bonus. So next component is the benefits, employee benefits. Like I told you, fringe benefits. Meeting, so employee benefits are the fringe benefits, additional benefits which is given to the employees, like health care, medical benefits, or retirement benefits like PF and all, gratuity. What is gratuity? What do you mean by gratuity? Yes, good. So, if you work continuously 5 years in a company and you are leaving the organization, at the time, the organization, in gratitude of your services, that means that is why it is called gratuity. In gratitude, they are appreciating your services to the company. You will be given some lump sum amount. That is known as gratuity. So this is all the benefits which is given to employees. Then the next component is PF, Provident Fund, EPF, Employee Provident Fund, which is mainly to secure the future of employees. So after retirement or after any sickness, or they are forced to leave the company, then this Provident Fund will become useful for the employees to secure the future of employees. How is PF contribution done? Yes, half amount by employee and half amount by employer. Usually 12%. 12% will be deducted from employee salary and 12% employer will contribute every month. So that will accumulate and it will become a big amount. If you are leaving the company after a long period of time, then that money will be like retirement funds for you. So this is the another component of the pay structure. Then overtime. What is overtime? What is overtime? Yes, if yes, extra time. If employee is working more than the normal working hours, then he will be paid overtime wages. So per hour, how many hours he is working extra, that many hours he will be paid. Then allowances, like I told you, mobile allowance, transport allowance, all these allowances are paid by the employer. So what is DA? Dearness allowance. What is the meaning of that? Dearness allowance means dearness means costly. So this allowance is given to those people who are living in high developed areas where the cost of living is very high. So to help them manage their living cost, they are given some allowance, which is known as dearness allowance. Dearness means costly. So that is DA. HRA, you know. Conveyance allowance, you know. What is LTA? LTA, yes. What is leave travel allowance? Yes, but what is that? What is that? LTA, leave travel allowance. Every year, once a year, some certain number of leaves will be given to the employee, which will be paid. He can take that leave with his family. It will be entirely paid by the company. Whatever his expenses, it will be taken care by the company. So leave travel allowance. Then fixed medical allowance, you know, for your medical expenses, you will be paid some fixed amount to take care of your medical expenses. What is CCA? CCA. Those who are living in the city, they get city compensatory allowance. City compensatory allowance, that is CCA. City compensatory allowance, why it is given means in the city the standard of living is very high. You are paying more for regular things, day to day living, you are paying more. So to help you manage your living expenses in the city, the company will give you CCA, city compensatory allowance. So a hostel allowance, then a children's education allowance, like that, so many allowances are there. So these are all the allowance. So these are all the components which form part of the pay structure. Here I have taken Indian pay structure. What in India we get. These are all the things that we get in India. Globally, it will be different. It will be a different form of pay structure. Basic pay and all, everything will be the same, but some things will vary there. So next question is, explain the purpose of job evaluation. So first we will see what is job evaluation. What is job evaluation? It is nothing but a structured and organized method of finding the value of jobs in your organization. So you want to find out which are the most valuable jobs, which are the least valuable jobs, so that you can build your organizational structure. You know what is organizational structure, no? So in that organizational structure, you will see hierarchy. So topmost jobs, valuable jobs will be at the top, least important jobs will be at the bottom, and other jobs will come in between. So you can build your organizational structure. If you do job evaluation, you can find out the value of jobs in your organization. So that is job evaluation. So what is the purpose? Why do we do this? Why do we do job evaluation? First reason is you want to find out the value of jobs, real value of your jobs. You want to find out the complexity, how complex the jobs are. So the most valuable jobs will be more complex, whereas the least valuable jobs will not be the least complex jobs. So also you can find out the relationship between jobs. In a company, each job will be related to each other. So you can find out the relationship between each jobs. Jobs are interdependent in your organization. You third thing, you can decide the salary and wages for your jobs. If you know the value of your jobs, you can decide what will be the wages and salaries for each job, and you can get complete information about your job. What is the duties, what is the role, what is the responsibilities, what is the title, what is the position, what is the qualification required for the job, what is the KSA required for the job, everything, complete information you will get about each job. And you can also find out which jobs can be expanded and which jobs can be removed. Like expanded means you can club some 2 or 3 jobs, you can club and make it into one job. Like earlier, we used to have a separate telephone operator to take the calls only. So, and then the receptionist used to be there. Nowadays, the receptionist is taken the job of the telephone operator. She also takes calls. She also directs calls. So, like that, you can club jobs. You can combine jobs, 2 or 3 jobs together, make it into one job. You can remove some jobs, like how the telephone operator's job is no longer there in companies. So these are all the points which explain why job evaluation is needed to be done in companies. Then next question is, what are the reasons to adopt knowledge-based pay system? So what is KBP? Knowledge based pay system. What is that? First definition we will see. It is also known as skill based pay. Skill based pay means based on the individual skills of employees, he will be paid. So based on the knowledge of individual employees, he will be paid. So those employees with higher skills, with specialized knowledge, they will be paid more. Those who are not having very high skills, those who are not having specialized knowledge, they will not be paid so well. So that is KBP. So what are the reasons why companies are adopting, why they are following this KBP? KBP is followed by companies because it is like an incentive. It is one way to motivate your employees. So you motivate those employees who have better skills, who have specialized knowledge. So there are 4 types of skills: horizontal skills, vertical skills, depth skills, and basic skills. Horizontal skills means in a particular job you will learn additional things. Like accounting, you will learn more skills in accounting. That is horizontal skills. Vertical skills means in your job you will learn higher level skills, or you will get higher level knowledge in your job. So that is the vertical skills. Depth skills means you become specialized in a particular area. Suppose you are strong in statistics, then you become specialized. You learn more, you get more knowledge in that. So that is depth skills. Basic skills is where you gain knowledge in maths, or you become very good in speaking languages. So that is your basic skills. So these are the 4 types of skills which is rewarded by companies as an incentive to employees. So reasons why KBP is adopted. What are the reasons? So the reasons are mainly companies want their employees to upgrade their skills. What is upgrade? What is upgrade? Upgrade. Improve, yes, improve. So companies want employees to improve on their skills. They should go for additional training. They should go for additional certification. They should go for additional whatever ways in which they can gain additional knowledge. So companies want them to upgrade their skills. Second reason is globally there is lot of competition. Globally more competition is there, so companies need to compete. They need to compete in that environment. They have to become more competitive. They have to get competitive advantage. So that is why they adopt KBP, so that their employees become motivated to learn more skills, get more specialized knowledge, so that the company will also improve. Company also will get more competitive. It will be able to compete in the global market. Third reason is technological innovation. We are seeing so many innovations are happening in technology. So because of that, so many things have become obsolete. So like because of robots, because of AI, because of ML, because of lasers, so many things, skills are no longer there in the market. What do you mean by obsolete? Obsolete. Extinct, no longer there. Obsolete means those skills are no longer there. So manual, most of the manufacturing was done manually by employees in the factories. Today that job is done by whom? Robots. So robots just take 8 seconds to paint a car in companies today. They just take 8 seconds, which a human being cannot do. 8 seconds is not possible for a human to paint a car in the factory. So this is how technological innovation. So because of all these reasons, companies are adopting KBP, that is knowledge based pay. Is it time? Okay, then I'll stop.